Sha'ala, which means to Israel. We're going to rise and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's prayers in the Hebrew and the English. This is our customs. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shankar, Yehawa, Malakoka, Faba'a, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Barataza, Kawo, Haya, Bashemayim, Nafananawa, Lakom, Ka, Yawam, Wasalakinawa, Kabawafinawa, Kasalakinawa, Kabawafinawa, Wala'a, Fabia Ainawa, Banasawan, Abol, Hawashainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakafwa, Allah, Papa Araf, La'alamim, Amen. Now that was the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Now we're going to do it in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. And call the find the Hebrew. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Babgushah. La Fanlana Hakat La Pa'a Kama Kala Kama Dawa Hakat La Taha. Hamatazarayim Hakat La Hakyum Hamafium Hakat Arkawaf Hatama Allah Lagarashan Bashem Yahushai for the Arman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahushai. Thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al-Hahayam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Waratazah, Ayafam, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shemaka, Hanala'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayishan, Shawma, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemaka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarat, Belayla, Yahweh, Yashemaka, Makarai, Yashama, Afna Pashka, Yahweh, Yashama, Taza Afka, Waba'aka, Ma'aifa, Wa'ai, Iwalam. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from whence cometh my help. The help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, even forevermore. So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Al-Hayam, Al-Damiyah Laka, Alpha Karashva, Alpha Shukwa, Al-Kayahana, Al-Yabika, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al-Aimaka, Ya'ari Yamwa, Savada, Wayafa, Yaitazawa, Altas Pawanyaka, Amawa, Lakawa, Wanakakadam, Magaya, Wala Ayazaka, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawa Aitazawa, Laba, Yaka Adwa, Al-Yakaba, Yaf, Yakarafwa, Ahalia, Alawam, Washamayam, Mawa Abba, Wahagayam, Gobol, Wa'ayman, Wa'aymalak, Palishaf, Amishabia, Tazawa, Kam Ashawar, Malawar, Imam, Hayawar, Zarawai, Labanya Lawak, Salah, Aishalam, Kamadian, Kasayasa Ra'a, Kayabia Bankol, Koyashwa, Nashamadwa, Ba'andara, Hayawar, the Mala, the Marsha, Fomwa, the Dayab Mawa, Ka'arab, Wakaza Abba, Wakaza Bat, Wakatazamanai, Kamasa Yukamwa, Ashar, Amawa, Nayashar, Nalawa, Afna, Waf, Alahaim, Alahaya, Shay, Fomwa, Kakaw Gila, Kakwash, Lupanya Raka, Ka'ashfa, Ba'ari, Ira, Wakal Haba, Falaha. Ariam Khan for Dakma Basa Irika, Babasawa Pafka for Bahan, Mala'a, Panyam Kwalawan, Wayab, Koshwa, Shankar, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayab, Bahalga, Ajai, Waikapawa, Wayabadwa, Wayaiwa, Kayafa, Shankar, Yahawa, Labadka, Aliwan, Alkaha, Rataza, Aman. In English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being the nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Ammon, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have opened the children of Lot, Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, to Sisera, to Jabin, at the brook Kisan, which perished the Endor. They became as dung for the earth, make their nobles like a rebel like Zayed, yea, all their princes of Zabar and Azalmanah. You said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. All my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burner for wood, and as the flame set of the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. The blessings in the Hebrew. Barakafa Yahweh, Wai Hawashai, Wamayaka Alawa Alahaim, Latazabi Alawapihana, Ha Alawapim, House of Ranyam, Hakotazayanyam, Hakalayanyam, Wa Akwapim, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh, Wala Amah. In the English, bless you, Yahweh and Yahweh, and Michael, and the angels, commanding general Yohanan, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh, thank you, so be it. Okay, this is in the English. Blessed be Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, listen to us now, right now. It's evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, the prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers in the schools, and evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refused to give to the school, force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. So evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations, and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, post-Kamatazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, army, navy, air force, marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channels and the radio channels, convict the spirit of any of the people, thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let these all the plagues cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all, that is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh, thank you always. So be it. That's the prayers. All right, Yeshabium, which means be seated. So as is our customs, we read 7 verses in the Hebrew and 7 verses in the English. Hold on, bear with me 1 second. Bear with me. All right, so now we're going to go to the book of Leviticus. We're going to go to Leviticus chapter 13 in the Hebrew. Let me see what verse we want. Verse 36. So we're going to read 7 verses. So the book of Leviticus chapter 13 and verse 36. Wara'aha hakahan wahanaha pasha hanafakwa ba'aiwa la'a yabakwa hakahan lasha'ira hatazahab tama hawa'a wa'am ba'ayina yuwa aimad hanafakwa washa'ira shaka tazamak bawa narapa'a hanafakwa tahawa hawa'a wataharawa hakahan. Verse 38. Wa'ayash awa asha kaya yahya ba'aiwa basharam baharaf labanaf wara'a hakahan wakana ba'aiwa basharam baharaf kahawaf labanaf bahak hawa'a parak ba'aiwa tahawa hawa'a wa'ayash kaya yamarat ra'ashawa kwarak hawa'a tahawa hawa'a wa'am mapa'af panyawa yamarat ra'ashawa gabak hawa'a tahawa hawa'a wakaya yahya bakura kafa awa bagabakaf nagai laban adamadam tazaraif parakaf hawa'a bakwara kafan awa bagabakfawa wara'a afawa hakahan wahana sha'af hanagai labana Adamadamath, Bakwarekfawa, Awa, Bagabak Fawa, Kamara, Tazaraif, Iwa, Basha. What verse is it? 36. All right, one more verse. Ayash, Tazarai, Hawa'a, Tama'a, Hawa'a, Tama'a, Yatama Anya, Hakahan, Bara Ashawa, Naga Aiwa. All right, that's all the verses. So we're going to read Leviticus chapter 13 and verse 36 in the English, down to 44. The book of Leviticus chapter 13 and verse 36. Then the priest shall look on him, and behold, if the scale be spread in the skin, the priest shall not seek for yellow hair, he is unclean. So back then, if he was unclean, you had to quarantine. Why? Because whatever you've got, we don't want that spreading amongst the people. So being unclean meant you couldn't come around where the congregation is, because whatever you've got, we don't want it to spread to all of us. But if the scale be in his sight at a state, and that there is black hair growing up therein, the scale is healed, is clean, and the priest shall pronounce him clean. And then once the priest pronounces you clean, then you can come back around. If a man also or a woman having the skin of their flesh, bright spots, even white bright spots, then the priest shall look, and behold, if the bright spots in the skin of their flesh be darkish white, it is a freckled spot that growth in the skin, he is clean. So there's certain spots that you got, don't sweat it, you clean if you got them spots. It says, and the man whose hair is fallen off his head, he is bald, yet he is clean. So now if your hair falls off, you're bald, but you're clean, meaning sometimes your hair falls out. Sometimes as a man, you start to become bald right here in the middle. Now baldness usually creeps upon most men, man. It's called male pattern baldness. Now if that falls out, it don't make you unclean, you're still clean. You're just losing your hair. It says, and he that have his hair fallen off from the part of his head towards his face, he is forehead bald. So now if it falls off from this part here, like we call it a receding hairline, the Bible calls it forehead bald. So if your hair falls off at the front, you come to the forehead bald. Yet he is clean, and if there be in the bald head or bald forehead a white reddish sore, it is a leprosy sprung up in his bald head or his bald forehead. So if you have spots in there, it's leprosy in your head or your forehead. Nowadays, you'd go to a dermatologist to find out. I believe they call it a dermatologist that deals with all of those kind of things. You go there, the skin problems, you go there and see what's going on with your head. If you get them scabs or whatnot, they just recommend you a certain type of shampoo, which is good for those kind of things. It says, then the priest shall look upon it, and behold, if the rising of the sore be white reddish in his bald head or in his bald forehead, as the leprosy appeareth in the skin of the flesh, he is a leprous man, he is unclean. The priest shall pronounce him utterly unclean. His plague is in his head. So you got a plague in your head and you're unclean, so you wouldn't be coming around us until that gets sorted out. So every so often you go before the priest and he would look and say, all right, you're clean now. So it's a form of quarantine. So what you got, everybody don't catch it. All right, so now we're going to go back into the Hebrew. I'm going to start off at the book in verse 45 down to 52. All right, verse 45. Waha Tazara Wai Ashar Bawa Hanagai Bagadayam Yahya Paramawam Wara Ashwa Yahya Parawai Wa'ila Shapam Ya'ita Watama Tama Yakura Kala Yamaya Asha Hanagai Bawa Yatama Tama Hawa'a Bada Yashab Makawataza Lamakena Mawashabawa Wahabagad Kaya Yahya Bawa Nagai Tazaraif Babagad Tazama Awa Babagad Pasha Fayam Awa Bashafia Awa Ba'irab La Pashfayam Walatazama Awa Ba'aiwa Awa Bakal, Mala'akaf, Iwa, Wahaya, Hanapai, Yaraquirak, Awa, Adamadam, Babagad, Awa, Ba'aiwa, Awa, Bashafaya, Awa, Ba'airab, Awa, Bakal, Kilaya, Aiwa, Nagai, Tazara'if, Hawa'a, Wahara'a, Afa, Hakahan, Wara'a, Hakahan, Afa, Hanagai, Wahasegaya, Afa, Hanagai, Shaba'if, Yamayam, Wara'a, Afa, Hanagai, Bayawam, Bayaya, Kaya, Pesha, Hanagai, Baba Gad, Awa, Bashafaya, Awa, Ba'irab, Awa, Ba'aiwa, Lakal, Asha, Ya Aisha, Ha'aiwa, Lamala Aka, Tazara'if, Mama Araf, Hanagai, Tama'a, Hawa'a, Washarat, Afa, Habagad, Awa, Afa, Hashafaya, Awa, Afa, Ha'irab, Batazamah, Awa, Bapa, Shafayam, Awa, Afa, Kalya, Ha'aiwa, Asha, Yahya, Bawa, Hanapai, Kaya, Tazara'if, Mama Araf, Hawa'a, Ba'ash, Fasharat, Wa'am, Yara'a, Hakahan, Wahana, La'a, Pasha, Hanagai, Babagad, Awa, Bashafya, Awa, Ba'irab, Awa, Bakal, Kalaya, Aiwa, Watazawaf, Hakahan, Wakabasa, Afa, Asha, Ban, Hanagai, Waha, Segayara, Shabaif, Yamayam, Shanayaf. All right, that was the verses. So we're going to read down to, that's 54, so we was at 48. All right, so we're going to read from the book of Leviticus chapter 13 and verse 48. Hold on, where was we? Yeah, 45, so okay. And the leper in whom the plague is, his clothes shall be rent, and his head bare, and he shall put a covering upon his upper lip, and shall cry, unclean, unclean. All the days wherein the plague shall be in him, he shall be defiled. He is unclean, he shall dwell alone, without the camp shall his habitations be. So this man will be outside the camp. The garment also that the plague of leprosy is in, whether it be a woolen garment or a linen garment, whether it be in the warp or woof of linen or of woolen, whether in the skin or in anything made of skin. And if the plague be greenish or reddish in the garment or in the skin, either in the warp or in the woof or in anything of skin, is a plague of leprosy, and shall be showed unto the priest. The priest shall look upon the plague and shut up it that have the plague 7 days. He shall look on the plague on the 7th day. If the plague be spread in the garment, either in the warp or in the woof or in the skin or in anywhere that is made of skin, the plague is a threatened leprosy, it is unclean. He shall therefore burn that garment with a warp or woof in woolen or in linen or in anything of skin, wherein the plague is a threatened leprosy, it shall be burnt in the fire. So that garment, you would burn that garment up, man. They'll check it after 7 days. If it spreads, that garment's no good, man. They'll burn it in the fire. So and if the priest shall look and behold, the plague be not spread in the garment, either in the warp, in the woof, or in anything of skin, then the priest shall command that they wash the thing wherein the plague is, and he shall shut it up 7 days more. And the priest shall look on the plague after that it is washed, and behold, if the plague have not changed its color, and the plague be not spread, it is unclean. Thou shalt burn in the fire. It is a threat inward, whether it be bare within or without. All right, that's all the verses. They're going to rise and face the east. Hold on, bear with me.
44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious minds, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till them do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch, bless your heart. Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got him made, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told him I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. You PK top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that econ line van to a damn tank. I got choppers stashed in the attic like they Anne Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See him throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got him made, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real.
Intellectual murder people edition. Cock and fire full of gun like Remington. Fully charge up, he got to kill a man. Ratty gang for me gang, pussy run up if you're bad. Kryptonite coming out of the muscle fighting at the middle of the night to make the place get